trend which we are going to see is ionization energy or ionization enthalpy. Enthalpy and energy, same meaning only. Actually, when you see as enthalpy, it is related to pressure and volume related, that means energy related. So that we are saying enthalpy and energy is same. So what do you mean by ionization energy? It is the property represent the tendency of an atom to lose an electron, correct? So what happened? To remove an electron from an atom, the nuclear pull over it has to overcome. Hence, energy will be required for this process. So what happened to an element? Element will lose an electron. So to remove an electron from an atom, it has to overcome the nuclear pull, so that some energy is required. So the energy required to remove an electron from an isolated gaseous atom of an element is called the ionization energy of the element. I is the ionization energy symbol. Ionization enthalpy also same only. Actually, energy from outside will say that there will be a change in energy of the atom during the process. But in thermodynamics, you learn that energy is supplied as a heat to a system at constant pressure, so that it is called enthalpy change of the system. So, when we heat related, it is known as enthalpy. So the ionization energy in the thermodynamic sense is considered as a change in enthalpy of a system during ionization is called ionization enthalpy. That is delta H. Delta H is the symbol for ionization enthalpy. Enthalpy is nothing but the energy which is related to constant pressure and temperature. Okay. So by convention, delta H is taken as positive when heat is taken in. So for the endothermic changes, the heat is taken in. That time the delta H is positive. And the delta H is negative when the heat is given out. So for an exothermic change of a system, the delta H will be a negative. Why? Because heat is given out. Did you understand now? The difference between ionization energy and ionization enthalpy, both are similar, but energy is the amount of energy required to remove an electron from an isolated gaseous atom of an element is called the ionization energy. Ionization enthalpy is nothing but it is a thermodynamic process, so that there will be a removal or addition of heat. So that is known as ionization enthalpy, that is delta H. So enthalpy change involved in removal of an electron from an isolated gaseous atom in the ground state of an element is called ionization enthalpy, that is delta IH. I represent for ionization, H delta H represent for enthalpy. So ionization enthalpy of an element X is the enthalpy change delta H of the reaction. So energy is given to the system, delta H is always positive. Delta H measured in kilojoule per mole. So what is the unit for delta H? Ionization enthalpy, kilojoule per mole. So the ionization enthalpy of a hydrogen is around 1312 kilojoule per mole. We mean that 1312 kilojoule will be required to convert 1 mole of isolated gaseous hydrogen atom in the ground state into H plus ion in the gaseous state. Understand what do you mean by ionization energy and ionization enthalpy? So hydrogen is in the gaseous state. The hydrogen gas will be converted into hydrogen ion by removing the electron. During that time, the delta H, how much amount of energy is required? 1312 kilojoule energy is required. So if we compare two or more systems in respect of any property, the conditions of the system must be same. For an isolated gaseous atom means the atom is not under the influence of any other factors than one we are going to apply on it. The significance of the ground state is that the atom should not be excited state, because an atom have many excited state. So the energy is required to remove an electron from them will be different. So this what we are saying is, this is only the removal of energy from the ground state electron. Got it? So this is the brief of ionization energy or ionization enthalpy. So there is first ionization enthalpy and second ionization enthalpy. So what do you mean by first ionization energy? The removal of first electron, that is most loosely bound electron, that is first ionization energy. Second ionization energy is removal of second loosely bound electron, that is second ionization energy. So first ionization energy only one electron, so that only one ionization enthalpy for hydrogen. Helium has 2 electrons, lithium has 3 electrons, magnesium has 12 electrons. So the first and the second ionization enthalpy, or first enthalpy of, if you take an example of magnesium, the first removal of 1 electron, that is 737 kilojoule per mole, and that second removal electron, second ionization enthalpy is 1450 kilojoule per mole. So that is a difference for first ionization enthalpy and second ionization enthalpy. So together, what is the total, how much total energy is required? You have to add the both. So first ionization enthalpy plus second ionization enthalpy, if you add, you will get total energy required to convert 1 mole of magnesium atom into magnesium ion. So when you see this ionization energy, that also will differ. What do you mean by first ionization energy? We said that ionization of element increase. Though in general, first ionization energy of elements increases across the period because increase in effective nuclear charge, and ionization energy decreases in atomic radii from left to right in a period. So when you see this, what do you mean by ionization energy? Minimum amount of energy required to remove most loosely bound electron from an isolated gaseous atom. So to convert into gaseous cation is called ionization enthalpy. Minimum amount of energy. Go through this content. So it is a tendency to measure a neutral atom to resist the loss of electrons. It takes considerable amount of energy, for example, to remove an electron from a neutral fluorine atom to form a positively charged ion. So the first ionization energy means removal of first electron, 1 electron from the ground state, very loosely bound electron from the ground state. So when you see this ionization energy trends, ionization energy increases as we go from left to right across a row of the periodic table. Left to right, what happened to the ionization energy? Increases. So first ionization energy decreases as we move from down the group in the periodic table. If you see the example of helium, the ionization energy decreases from top to bottom in group and increases from left to right across the period. Thus, helium has the largest first ionization energy, while francium has one of the lowest ionization energy. So, ionization energy and electron gain enthalpy. What do you mean by electron gain enthalpy? Electron gain enthalpy, in the name itself it is there, gaining of electron. So when you see that an element gain an electron and convert into ions, so during that time one energy is required, that is known as electron gain enthalpy. Electron gain enthalpy. So in generally increases along the period owing to increase in effective nuclear charge and decreases in atomic size across the period. Electron gain enthalpy, it is the enthalpy change that occurs when an isolated gaseous atom takes up an electron. So electron gain enthalpy is also called electron attachment enthalpy, and it is expressed in kilojoule per mole. So it is the enthalpy change of reaction. If you let us consider this formation of oxygen ion from oxygen atom. So the attachment of first electron is exothermic, but that the second is endothermic. The endothermicity of the second electron gain is greater than the exothermicity of the first, and the overall formation of O2 minus is endothermic, so thermodynamically not favored. That means if you see that first enthalpy is minus 141 kilojoule per mole and second enthalpy is plus 770 kilojoule per mole. So the total enthalpy of oxygen ion formation is plus 629 kilojoule per mole. Okay, so the calculation we will see later on. Now just you can understand that how this vary, electron gain enthalpy vary across the period. So when you see that increases along the period and decreases down the across the period. As the effective nuclear charge increases and atomic size decreases from left to right along the period. So the attraction of added electron with the nucleus increases and consequently amount of energy is released and electron gain enthalpy increases from left to right. There will be some exceptional group cases also. Group 2 to group 15 have low electron gain enthalpy. So electron gain enthalpy of noble gas is positive. Why electron gain enthalpy of noble gas is positive? Because due to electronic repulsion of valence shell is completed. So when you see this electronegativity, it is generally increases from left to right along the period, since both ionization energy and electron gain enthalpy increases along the period. Electronegativity also increases. So electropositivity in generally decreases across the period due to increasing in ionization enthalpy of the element from left to right. So ionization energy can never be negative. It is always positive for most of the electrons. Energy is required to remove an electron from an isolated gaseous atom, and as energy is required is positive value. So if you see that first ionization energy, and if you draw the graph for atomic number and ionization energy of lithium is higher than sodium, then potassium, then rubidium and cesium. So the nuclear charge increases in a period from left to right, but as incoming electrons enter the same shell, when it is enter the same shell, which is the valency shell, they shield the valence electron from the increased nuclear charge only to a small extent. Hence, the increased nuclear pull is not properly offset by shielding, which leads to an increase in ionization enthalpy with increasing atomic number. So atomic number increases, ionization enthalpy also increases in a same period. So if you plot a graph for first ionization enthalpy of element of the second period against atomic number, show the trend. So it increases, atomic size number increases in a particular period, ionization energy also increases. So the first ionization enthalpy of the element of the second period fall in the order. That means lithium has less ionization enthalpy, boron has less than beryllium, then carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, fluorine and neon. So in this period, fluorine has more ionization enthalpy. So could you say that why beryllium has higher ionization enthalpy delta H than boron? Because in the same principal quantum shell, it is more difficult to remove an electron from the s orbital than from the p orbital. So the delta H of beryllium, that is 1s to 2s2, is higher than that of boron 1s to 2s2 2p1. So why, next one, why oxygen has lower delta H than nitrogen and fluorine? Here also, on account of the special stability associated with the half-filled p orbital. Nitrogen has half-filled p orbital, that is 1s to 2s to 2p3. The delta IH, that means delta IH is delta ionization enthalpy of nitrogen is higher than expected. The fourth electron entering in 2p orbital of oxygen. So oxygen is 1s to 2s to 2p4 will repel the other 2p electrons, and hence it will be easier to take out an electron from oxygen than from nitrogen. So the 2p electrons of fluorine 1s to 2s to 2p5 are not properly shielded from the increased nuclear charge because the electron enter the valence shell. So fluorine will have higher delta IH than both nitrogen and oxygen. Hence the increasing order of enthalpy is oxygen, nitrogen, fluorine. So fluorine has more ionization enthalpy than nitrogen. So nitrogen has more ionization enthalpy than oxygen. So changing atom into charged ion, ionization energy. Sodium and chlorine combine to make a salt. Sodium atom give an electron, positive charge, while chlorine get the electron, it will be negative charge. Here also ionization energy plays. So this is the definition for enthalpy. It's a sum of the internal energy and the product of pressure and volume of a thermodynamic system. So that is what we have seen, this energy and pressure and volume. So delta H, H is the enthalpy, delta H, that shows it vary. Alkali metals have the lowest ionization energy. Second ionization energy is removal of the outermost cell least bound electron. That is known as second ionization energy. So second ionization energy is always higher than the first ionization energy. So fluorine has the highest ionization energy, since it has tendency to gain electron and no tendency to lose electron from its valence shell. Helium has a structure 1s2, so the electron is being removed from the same orbital as in hydrogen case. It is closer to the nucleus and unscreened. So the value of ionization energy is 2370 kilojoule per mole. It's much higher than hydrogen because it has 2 protons. So ionization energy is equal to removal of electron. Sometimes it can be negative also for some of the halogens because they have an extra electron added. So energy is released. Electron gain enthalpy is negative. Electron gain enthalpy for halogens is highly negative. So you can learn this all the important points and questions and read the textbook also.